Greetings fellow guitar travellers, it's Rowan J. Parker here, and I would just like to say, I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. That's the lyrics from the song, I'm so excited. Why am I so excited, you may ask? Well, it's because in this video I get to combine the things that I love the most in the entire world, and that is guitar, music, and ultra nerdy, tech, geeky unboxing videos. Tremendous! So, what have we got today? Well, we have got this bad boy. We've got the Hughes and Kettner, and I just have to say the next bit in a German accent, the Hughes and Kettner, the Meister 36. Oh yeah, Supa. And we're going to be unboxing it, finding out what's in the box, and also setting it up a little bit, and I might even play a bit of guitar. How awesome is that? Tremendous. Well, let's get straight to it. Let's unbox this sucker. Now, before we open the box, let's just find out what this amazing amp features. Well, it's Hughes and Kettner, technology of tone, Meister 36, and their strapline, which is a bit impenetrable, is undigital, which is kind of weird because it does actually have some digital components. Total Recall, which was, after all, my favourite Schwarzenegger movie. It tells me it's a fully programmable tube amp, preamp, power amp, 4 channels, 36 watts, digital effects, MIDI, 128 presets, 5-step MIDI programmable, power soak, built-in red box, and the soft bag is included. Oh my god, pass the tissues. Well, now, to perform the unboxing video, we're going to need the assistance of the incredibly dangerous kitchen knife of doom. So I'll very carefully use the kitchen knife of doom to complete said unboxing video. So without further ado, let's open this up. And here we go, let the cutting commence. And I will try not to stab my own hand. Anyway. And on the other side. I should really have some incidental music playing at this point. I think if this gets unbearably tedious and boring, I might even actually add some to the video, just to relieve the utter tedium of seeing a grown man open a cardboard box. No, well, I think the best thing to do here is put this on the floor. Let me see what's in the box. Yes, it's in a little bag, isn't it? Yeah, indeed. Alright, I'm just going to out it out. Oh, just while we're going to the gym. Well, I wouldn't be able to lift this at all. And it's really quite a dinky little guy, you see, which comes in its own little soft bite, a soft case, soft bag. So I've really got no idea what else is in it. So let's have a little look. Anything in there? Oh yes, there's something in there. Oh, very handy. It is an electrical appliance. We will need to plug it in, otherwise it's going to be very, very quiet. So that will be the power cable. Awesomeness. Nothing else in there. And opening up this bit. Oh, my goodness. It's packaging in a packaging. And sliding it out. And a little soft case they give you. And taking off the wrapping. God, I mean, this is like totally sad, but also tremendous. Oh, I see. And it slides out. Ah. Well, this will be better to turn it round so we give its best face forward, as it were. Oh, I'll be using that packaging again. Right, sod it. We're just going to rip it. Rip the thing. Oh, wow. Not the most elegant moment of my life, but there we go. Hughes and Kettner, Meister 36. And it looks incredibly attractive off, and I think it's just going to look utterly awesome on. So, but there we have it. Let's cut to having this thing switched on. We'll have a look at the front panel. Okay, let's do that. Hey mother, it's gone all dark. I can't see. I think I've gone blind. No, you haven't gone blind. The reason I've turned the lights off is really that when we do this, it's just so awesome. This is the only reason I bought this amp, mainly because it looks so awesome when you turn it on. We'll just have to do that again. And the amp's off. And The amp is on. Oh my god, how awesome is that going to look on stage? It's going to look absolutely stunning. On a more serious note, let's have a bit of a closer look at the front panel. So let's have a good look at the front panel. Just take you on a brief tour of that. So what we got? Well, we've got the power switch on, off, and there's also a standby switch as well. And then we have the master, presence, resonance, and then reverb, and then EQ here, treble, mid, bass. There's volume and there's gain. The way that these pots work is it's really quite clever because they have multiple functions. Depending on what setting you're on in the amp, and there are 4 channels. We have clean, crunch, lead, and my favourite, ultra. Got to say it in that accent as well, ultra. Yeah. So the settings that you make for each channel can be independently stored, so that when you change from one to the other, the volume and treble and bass and all these other settings are all applicable to that particular channel, and you can set them all independently. So rather than having, you know, a whole set of knobs for each channel, they've just got one, but they have multiple functions, and this also doubles up for the digital effects as well. Now what else have we got? We have the noise gate, the FX loop, and then a way to store your sounds here. And there's also a boost for yet more distortion. Awesome. And of course at the very end it's just the inputs. Alright, so incredibly attractive looking amp. Let's just hope it sounds as good as it looks. I'll have a little look around the back as well. Let's just spin the amp through a 360 and look at the back. Alright, on the back panel now, so we got MIDI in and out and through, the FX loop, a line out which will go to the power amp. There's also a noise gate which you can set from soft to hard. You can choose on what's called the red box output, which is basically a DI output or a speaker simulator out. You can choose whether to have classic or modern speaker cabinet simulated. And these little lights here, they're quite neat. They tell you how well matched your set of valves is. Hopefully they should be incredibly well matched. And then there's a power soak as well, so you can get the amp to operate at its 36 watt rated output, or 18.5 or 1, or as you can see currently there is no speaker attached, so it's telling me that there's no speaker. So pretty much all there, and there's only one speaker out, the 8 to 16 ohms, so if you're thinking about running like 2 cabs, well, you can't, not unless the cab has got a loop on it. So yeah, I'll just be running this probably with one 2x12 cabinet, and hopefully that will be enough. So it all looks pretty awesome. I think at this point, let's get one of the cabinets wired up and just see what it sounds like. does sound absolutely freaking awesome, I think, though the camera audio is only capturing the merest palest imitation of how tremendous it does sound in the room. I've only had a short time to play around with the settings on this amp, and I'm sure by the time I get more familiar with it, I'll be able to make it sound even better than that. But as a first try, first look, I think that is not too bad at all. It's certainly one of the best sounding amps I've ever owned. Has a real authority to it, and I was a bit bothered that it might not be quite enough distortion for me, but oh yeah, there's plenty with that ultra setting. Yeah, and there's a boost control as well with even more distortion, so what more do you want? So I'll probably do a more in-depth review of this amp at some later point, but I think for the first unboxing video and first look, a little play through this amp, yeah, that's absolutely enough. Love it to bits, and I'm sure that will only grow with time. So don't forget to check out my website, www.rowanjparker.com. Lots of free stuff. Subscribe just by sticking your email address in the subscribe box. Hit subscribe, and a whole smorgasbord of free guitar stuff is yours. Well, without further ado, I think I'll just sign off at that. It's been Rowan J. Parker, trying out the new Meister 36. Oh yeah, it was super. And I'll catch you next time. Farewell!